Hey y'all, welcome back to Spirit of the Outdoors. I've had a bunch of folks want me to try to go live in this knife shop. It has already proved to be a challenge, but I'm not working on knives right now. This is a chicken screen. I'm trying to repair an old cast net that I've got, and I like this cast net. So I said, why not try to fix it? Probably won't be very many get ons. I just was kind of doing a test run to see if it worked. I don't really have any other way to keep up with the comments except for what I see pop up on here. So this net got ripped. I was trying to get bait back earlier in the spring. Hey Jeffrey, and we threw this in a. It was a pond dug out, but it was where it used to be an old creek run, and they had cleaned it with a track hoe, and we hung this thing on a stop. And the only way I could get it, it was cold at the time, or I'd have waited out there and got it. So y'all, it is going good. Eric, how is it? Can y'all hear missed by sounds? I don't know what that means. Light coming in clear. Okay. I don't know how this is gonna work today. I'm Me and Brody's getting ready to go catfishing. Uh, I've got bait around there. I was gonna fish. I was gonna Grenal fish, and okay, y'all hear good. I'm having to. I'll have to check this like I'm doing. It's just man, staying that last video was a nightmare. I mean, the video was good, but the fishing was a nightmare. I'm most likely done with saltwater fishing. Now, that ain't for me. I don't know nothing about it. Oh, and everybody scolded me about calling that fish the wrong thing. But I told y'all to begin with, I didn't know what none of that was. So I had people all winter and last summer, man, when you come down here, I'll take you fishing, I'll take you fishing. Well, I started contacting them and telling people that, hey, I'm coming down there, I'm fixing to come, and nobody wanted to take me fishing after I got down there. So I'm done with that. Oh, I doubt I'm going back down there to fish. I really do. I may go. I would like to go hang out with Mr. Craig Sager, and I may go down there and go with him. But as far as me going back like I did and betting on somebody to planning on that said, hey, I want to take you fishing, doing that, I'm done with that. In fact, while I was down there, somebody contacted me and be like, hey, I'd have known you was here. I'd take you out. I got a boat sitting here, but it was done too late then. I was ready to go home. We had a horrible fishing trip. By the time it was over, I was frustrated with it. I get back up here and do what I know how to do, y'all. So me and Brody has filmed getting some bait this morning. We put the bait traps out yesterday evening. I was going ground fish, but the water was just getting right. Well, guess what? It's raining like crazy. It has just stopped raining, and I don't know how much it has rained, but I've watched the forecast on the river app that tells me the water levels, and it is going up like crazy. So, only thing we can do is catfish. I missed my little window. For about 3 or 4 days, I could have got in there and probably caught some Grenal. Oh, I messed up. That didn't. I didn't get that 12 talking. It didn't get that pull tight. I'm gonna have some slack in that one. There. Oh, I got it loose. In fact, let me wrap. I don't know what I'm doing right here either, y'all. Which most of the time when I'm doing something, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm figuring it out as I go. So, songs of praise. How are you, Mudcat? Yeah, I caught a stump with it. And the only thing I could do was pull on it. and I just started pulling it, and I got it back, but I knew I could fix it. But I got a placino net. It started coming apart today, and I've got another really good cast net around there, and I hate using it being my only working cast. So I fixed the placino net a while ago. It's hanging up right there behind y'all. Um, and they don't. I thought when I there the rod holders was really good, really good rod holders. But the rest of the placino stuff didn't prove to be their net. It just it's kind of half made, really. It was a neat design. I'm gonna wrap through that twice. So what I'm doing, y'all, is just sewing this back together right here. And I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. In other words, I'm pulling and I'm having to tie individual knots in it to I don't know what I did right there either. It may turn out to be a mess, but I am attempting to fix it. I can't just throw it away. I was gonna just throw it away and go buy me a nut and be like, the heck with this. Well, I got it looking, they about $40. You can buy one for about $40. And we bought one, my sister bought one down yonder just like this one. And it's a little different. We had pretty good luck getting bait fish and stuff. We could have got all the bait we wanted, but the fishing was terrible. I mean terrible. But I'm gonna fix this. Me and Brody is going to put out limb lines this afternoon, and probably gonna use the canoe. I've got in my mind I want to use the canoe. Me and him are gonna go back here where I fished. I hadn't fished there in 2 years, but we can get there and put our stuff in off of a levee. So even with high water, I can fish my stuff. I can't keep up with comments, y'all. Yeah, but Mudcat, I struggle to throw stuff away if I think I can fix it. If I figured out how much time I'm gonna have in sitting here and sewing all this back together, yeah, I would be better off to buy another one. There's probably no doubt about that. But I like fixing stuff. I don't know. I like something that everybody else would throw away. I go to working on it. It's just, and I've got a big look. I got a big section of it fixed. So it ripped up here. Now once I get over here going around this bottom where it just tore, I'm gonna tie it directly back to the rope. And I mean I tore approximately half of it. So and what I am using to fix it, just in case anybody's wondered, I have got this is some braided fishing line from I think Timu. What brand is it? I can't read. Something fish. Angry fish. But it's like 60-pound test, and it's just a good sewing line, really. Probably be great for sewing up knife sheaths, truth told. But y'all can't imagine how happy I am to be home. Back in my shop. I love going and adventuring and doing stuff, but I really like being in my element of what I know what I'm doing. We had a good time, we did. And we cooked and ate, and I enjoyed myself. I ain't gonna sit here and try to act like I didn't have fun now. All I'm saying is the fishing didn't go like I was hoping it would. We did have a wonderful time now. Brody played in the water. That is what he liked. And we was gonna leave that big old giant turtle he bought down there. He had agreed we would leave it. But when it got time to go, he reneged on me. So I am getting somewhere now. John, that's exactly what I do. Figure it out as I go. And if it don't work, I back up and punt. What I call it. If it don't work, I say, well, we can start over. But now, when I got home and got in the comment section, I found all the experts to them fish, y'all. I did that now. I found out everybody was an expert on fish identification. I act like to every one of them I didn't know was the first one to comment. I didn't want to hurt their feelings and tell them there'd been 20 people corrected me. Didn't hurt nothing though. We didn't take nothing back to the bank. We threw everything back in the water out there. The only thing I kept on the boat any length of time was the one I was cut up using for cut bait. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't have cared if it had been a piece of a shark or a redfish or what it was. It was cut bait at the moment. I knew it wasn't big enough to cook and eat regardless of what it was. Them chickens around there, I think, is glad to see me home. Trying to tie knots in this, y'all, as I go. Because otherwise, when you pull on it, it'll draw all of that together. So I'm trying to catch some of y'all's. Sam Pruitt said his mama used to make fish nets for the mullet back in the 60s and 70s. How to use a bait caster. You know, songs of praise we got down there, and I throw a cast net like totally different than most people will teach you to throw one because, again, I just figured it out. And I'm left-handed, and I can't tell you how many people have said, no, you're doing it wrong. You got to do like this. And I'm like, you can't be doing it wrong if it opens up and I'm getting fish. See, I can't imagine how anything's wrong if it's working, because what's the best way to do things, y'all? It's the way you like to do it. And if I'm having success at the way I do it, you bet I ain't changing. Oh me, oh me. I have got a big old hole sewed back up, y'all. We're going to put this thing back in order. Now, the next video I put out is going to be us getting bait with the other cast net and going down there and Brody in that canoe with me. We're going to have to get his life jacket dug out. His mama had to go to town and pay a light bill. We running behind. We've been gone. I should have done paid it. But she had to go to town and do that. And I need to be working on somebody's knife. I got about 3 that has sold that I got to make the sheath for. And I've got to get that done this evening. But I wanted to, and I probably ain't going to finish this thing today. I hung this up right here out of the way where I can start working on it. And probably over the course of, I don't know, the next week, I'll have it back in order. I just hated y'all to throw it away. I ain't gonna lie. It really probably ain't worth fixing. I mean, but the biggest thing I was trying to do, I wasn't really focused on the net. I was mainly concerned on could I go live and how would it work down here from the knife shop. That was the biggest thing I am testing out at the moment. So we can possibly start doing some live streams down here while I am working on knives. That is what I'm going to do. I've had a bunch of people interested in that, and we've got to get back on some successful stuff here. I hadn't. My views have went down a good bit because I ain't really doing nothing. You know, I'm fixing to have to cut this piece of string off and get me a nerd. That there's done got too short. Let me and I don't cut string. I burn it into everything. I gotta. I'll tell you what I did. I did attempt to cut this the first time. I got me a pair of scissors over there and man, them scissors would not cut this string. So after that, I said, well, don't do that no more. Let's see. A bait cast. Oh, you talking about a bait casting reel? Ah, yeah. I'm fairly decent at that. I had to learn that when I was a kid. Stan, when you trying to make a content, it's people want to watch content on a regular basis, and like you said, when you ain't got something you successful at that you're doing, they ain't gonna watch long. And then when you working and you trying to make a living on top of that, it's hard to go do that much fun stuff. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. And I'm tying that right there off because when I didn't, it kept pulling out of my I need to put my glasses on. Is what I need because I can't see them little bitty knots and such. And I got this laying on my knee here where I can keep the weight from fighting me. And these little bitty monofilament holes that I'm trying to go through can be a challenge. I'm sure some of y'all well aware of that. Sometimes instead of just sewing, and I do this with a knife, I get over and I just go to poking until I feel it, and then I hung it that time. Y'all do it like that. I don't think y'all see really what's going on or not. It really ain't important. I'm sure though when somebody's doing something, you kind of want to look. I don't even know what I did with my glasses. I made it to the. I brought them home, but they in the house somewhere. I hadn't made it back out here with them. We fixing to go catfishing. I'm ready to get in my swamp and play and do what I know how to do. So that is the reason I am fixing this. I've got to be getting bait because I reckon I'm not going to get to Grenal fish right yet unless I find me a different place. My places of Grenal fishing, it gets worse. Jimmy Giff, I can, I'm guaranteeing it ain't gonna get better, not unless the Lord undertakes. But y'all, my Grenal fishing spots down here that I normally Grenal fish are flooded and have been flooded and was just about to get right. And now it's here. We got a whole week of rain, so I'm gonna have to find me a different place to catch some Grenal because of the rain. I just can't get to my places. And with the water so high, it makes them not bite as good too. So, but now I'm finding out I must not be as good a fisherman as I think I am. I know I ain't with saltwater. But y'all, now Brody has got back excited about fishing. And as this morning, yesterday we had to go put them bait traps out. He's ready to go to Tom Bigby. So end of this week we may go to Tom Bigby. If he I need to get the camera over there and show y'all some of that stuff while I am working on this. And I need to go find my glasses, it looks like. Because I'm getting where I can't see right here on some of this what I'm doing. I'm getting it though, y'all. We have done sat here and sewed up about a foot and a half of it, so I don't know what the whole diameter or radius of this thing is. The diameter is across it. I think this is a 6 foot diameter, or maybe an 8 foot. I think yeah, that's 4 foot. It's an 8 foot diameter net. And I like this net. This net has caught a lot of fish over the years, so I wanted to have it fixed. I just couldn't bear to throw it away. My nets, I am just tying some simple square knots basically across this. It seems to be working. Every now and then I do a double one just so it can't slip very much. I don't want it to cinch the whole thing up. Out here, usually I can't come out here and go live or nothing because there's steadily people driving up. I have a lot of company here, especially on rainy days when other people's rained out at work. This is where they show up. But we've got plenty of water now. And I think it's supposed to rain all week. I do. I think we're going to get rain about every day this week. Randy, you bifocals ain't tuned in, and I I hadn't bought. I go to Walmart and get them. I hadn't gave in and went and got my eyes checked because I know I know it ain't gonna be good. I just know it ain't. All right, I'm down far enough. I'm fixing to start tying this mess off to the lid right here, y'all. I think this is gonna go a little faster down here. I do hope. Now what they done is done individual knots, I think, like individual pieces of string. No, it's continuous, but they wrapped it a lot more. I, and I probably should cut the mess loose, most likely. Trying to figure out the best way to go about this. So now I'm gonna go across over here. That piece of lead is gonna prove to be a challenge to get by, ain't it? I'm going to loop through it a couple of times. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. Grenal, that deer missing. I done talked to a bunch of folks that they're struggling with that kind of stuff. So we're gonna have to stretch this out pretty good here. Right here we are. All right. What I need to do is probably go through this. If I didn't have that knot, it would work better. I'm gonna try, instead of tying a whole bunch of knots, pull it down and go through some of these knots that's already on here and just lace it. I believe would work. What do y'all think? If I go, you see, it's got all these little bitty knots looped and looped and looped on here. All I got to do is route. But we're going to see. I'm going to try it for a short section. Because I think what their knots was for was to keep it from, yeah, that's going to work. That's going to work really good. That is the way to do that. All I got to do is lace it and wrap, go between the knots that they got tied. Oh. We may be on like Bing Bong now. I've got to replace some of the monofilament leaders that oh, my knot ain't want to come through here. What did I do? Ah, figured it out. I had a miss. All right, I'm fixing to tie this off, and I'm fixing to get me a long piece of string because we fixing to go to town. So that's what we've been do. Let me get that. I know y'all sitting here bored looking at me. I ain't saying that. Let me get this cinched up good, and I'm gonna start over with a new piece of string, and we're gonna get something going right here. I think I about got something figured out now. I can't stand to throw something away. I want to fix it. And it'd be better to just tunk it and get a nerding. But I got all this Timu fishing line. And I'm going to be honest with you, out of the braid fishing line I have fooled with, this has been the best. But now, what I don't like about it, I've Grenal fished with it. When you throw it, it goes whee out them. When it goes through all them eyes, and it, boy, it makes a horrendous racket. So I got to tie this to my needle. It's a little aggravating. Burn all that slack off. Oh, now. Where's my, right there. get me a knot started over him. Oh yeah. This is boring, ain't it? Boring as all get out. But we're gonna have a net fixed here in a little bit. All right. I got this tied now. We fixing to go to lacing this dude up. I gotta tie me another knot though, so that don't slip. The biggest fight with some of this is the weight hanging off the edge of my leg over here is keep pulling it. Get some of that up here where I ain't fighting it. Now let me find my needle. All right, now. I want to come on up here where you can see what's going on. Is that more gooder? All right, so now, see it's got these loops in there. I'm just fixing to simply wrap. Let me get started. All right, as I wrap, where they wrapped at, I'm just going to tuck it other side to that, and it's going to help it spread it out and do what I need it to do. All right, so I'm going through the net, and now I'm tucking it between the string. Oh yeah. So I've got to keep one hand over here and stretch this net out, or otherwise it ain't gonna be long enough. And I imagine I need to tie me a knot ever so often in this. So I think I'll do that right here at this weight. I think it's gonna hold up. What I'll do for a knot is I'll just go through that twice, cinch it down. See it. Yeah, that works. That works. All it's got to do is hold bait fish, y'all. All it's got to do is hold bait fish. Yeah. I hear Brody up there beating and banging around. Brody, what are you doing? He didn't hear me, did he? Or didn't want to hear me. May have been it. Brody, come here. I got people live on the camera. You want to talk to them? He's up there busy and stuff. I hear him beating and banging around on something. What are you tearing up? Hanging is what's getting destroyed. Look at there how far we done got, y'all. We done got that much done. And I just got this much to go. on this side. Now I got that far to go around the other way too. Oh, made it sound like we was like fixing to be through, didn't it? See those people on that camera right there. Get over here where you can see yourself. Tell them, hey.
Hey.
Can you read the comments when they start telling you, hey? You can't. You need to be doing your schoolwork in, don't you? Get your finger out of your mouth. You look like you're sucking your thumb like a baby.
It got hurt.
What'd you do?
Well, it just got hurt on something. It pulled the skin off.
Pulled the skin off your thumb?
Well, not all of it, just one part.
Not all of it. So you still got a little skin left on your thumb?
Yeah.
Enough to do what? Enough to read a book? You want to read a book? That book reading ain't your favorite thing, is it?
When's my comment gonna come up?
They come up right there. See that? It says, hey, Brody. Samuel Pruitt said, hey, Brody.
Hey.
Ed Smith, hey, how are you? Jimmy Lutz said, hey, Brody.
Hey.
Michelle said, hey, Brody.
Hey.
Look, you got more fans than I do.
What?
Yeah, and that's the way it's supposed to be. I want to keep it that way.
I got more fans than you.
Yeah, they like you better than me is what that
means.
You're the star of the show. You're the superstar around here. Why does that keep wrapping around my knife? What are you dancing for? Well, back up a little bit. You right there. They can see you and all that, and you can see them just as well, because they may be like one person that wants to see what I'm doing. Probably not, but just in case. Let me think that one of them wants to see what I'm doing, okay? Is that fair? Huh? You don't know if that's fair or not?
I don't know.
Or not? Well, here we get that thing come right back undone on me. It won't this time. It won't this time. Tell them what we went and done a while ago. You got to be talking and entertaining them.
Yeah.
Tell them what we went and done.
Well, we went and got bait fish and we're going to get camping.
Where we going to go camping?
Tom Bigby.
When we going to get to do that? It's raining.
We're going to do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Do you care if it's raining when we camp?
We can go take a tent in case.
Take a tent in case it rains. That's what the tent's for, ain't it? Doggone it.
We're going to take David Ellis.
Are you going to take the yawk? Brody's done got excited about taking the yawk fishing with him. Yawk left a comment on Facebook that come on, we'd go fishing, and Brody's ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh, yawk gonna have to be careful telling old Brody he'll go fishing, because Brody's ready to take him. What did yawk do the other day we watched?
He caught a hog.
Caught a big old hog, didn't he?
Yeah. He's like bigger than me.
Yeah, way bigger than you. That thing was about 250 pounds.
What?
Yeah. Oh, y'all catch some big old pigs, huh? We like to watch old yawk. But he really did mention something about he got a boat and he's like me with the saltwater. He hadn't done nothing but pig trap and he don't know a lot about fishing. And I told him, I said, I'll take you. I'll show you how to catch catfish. Now, I may not can catch saltwater fish, but I tell you, I can go catch some catfish, can't we, Brody? We know what we're doing with them things.
We know what we're doing with these crawfish.
What we're going to do? What are you squirming for?
Well, we're going to chop them up.
You going to chop them up? We ain't going to chop up no crawfish, are we?
Yes, we do.
I don't.
To get more.
I just hang them on the tail, hang them by the tail on the hook.
Well, I would just cut.
We cut some of them fish up sometimes and make cut bait.
Yeah, but today we cut.
You gonna make cut bait out of crawfish?
Yeah.
Well, that's a new one on me.
So we can have more bait.
Well, I think we got plenty. We got a cooler tank around there full. That thing keeps wrapping around my neck.
Yes.
He's got it figured out, y'all. You gonna make cut bait out of crawfish. We do got some that's pretty good size. You want to go around there and reach in there and get one, bring it around here and show them. We go this way. Go through around that way. You get one of them crawfish out of that bait tank.
Okay.
I doubt he's coming back to the crawfish. We'll see. If he does, I'm gonna be amazed. We caught a couple of little old catfish in the bait trap, and he wasn't gonna pick no little old catfish up. And we talking about catfish this long, and the little old fins on them, y'all, is like a needle. No joke. So I understood why he didn't want to pick them up, because of last year when we was down there doing that, he picked one up and it literally stuck to his finger. Now he had to pull it off, and they got little poison in them fins. He was moaning with it for the longest. So now he don't want to have nothing to do with them catfish. But now them shiners, he didn't mind picking them up, putting them in there. I thought he was gonna come back too. We had a bunch of crawfish in there, and one of them casts we did. And we pulled up one. We put two of the bait baskets out, and when we checked them, we had a good bit of crawfish in one of them. I have yet this year to really get a lot of bait out of my bait traps. I don't know why. There was a time when I could go back there and bait them up. Where'd you go?
I was just looking.
You didn't come back with no crawfish?
I couldn't find them.
They in that big old square tank around yonder by the lawnmower. Right behind the lawnmower.
Behind the lawnmower.
Yeah. I got them out of the back of the buggy. They'd have died. I had to put them in the aerator, son. But anyway, one of the bait traps had a good bit in it. We put them down here in one of these cattle ponds in the pastures. And I got plenty of places really to get bait, so to speak. Just a matter of doing it. But the cast net, to me, is about the most effective way. I can throw it a few times and get bait. Them bait traps, you got to put bait. You got to wait all night or at least several hours for them to mose in there. And that cast net, if they in there, I can just chunk it on them, Just chunk it on them. But now one of the problems we got is we got a lot of them little cranes, and them things, they just seem to swarm around here, picking up our fish. I don't know what all they get. I figured they was mostly eating crawfish, but I don't know that that's the case. I'm having a hard time finding holes in this. He got the net. Hold that up there and show. Look, yeah, look at him, y'all. Turn it where they. Yeah, that's one of them old big ones too. Look at them big old crawfish. Look at him. He's holding on to the net. He ain't gonna turn loose. Wait. Oh, you pull his leg off. Look at him. He's mean looking. So I got the aerator in there running on the. And bro, I bought a new dip net. The other one we had, man, it done started coming off. Go put him back in the water. So y'all, there is a misconception, I'm assuming. I don't know how many people tell me over the years, oh, you gotta get them crawfish and just have a little bit of water, they'll drown. I've never had a crawfish to drown. I don't know where that come from. I have had countless people tell me, Oh, they gonna drown. You can't put them in that aerator. And I put them in buckets of water, and they live for weeks. So I don't know. People get ideas in their head. I think they don't really think things through too much. Hmm. Getting somewhere with this net, y'all. I could sew this whole thing up probably today. I said I wasn't gonna fix it all in one setting, but you never know. I might. I might. So anyway, I know I'm missing a bunch of comments. There they are. Jason McAllister. Well, Judas, thank you. You don't want to leave me out. Oh, Raymond. Raymond, I figured you was and there's Matt from Top Strike Fishing.
Hey.
Back up. I can't see you when you get right so close. You can get over here. I ain't trying to tell you can't get on camera. Get right there. Look, you can see right there. You can see yourself.
Yeah.
Y'all, we trying to educate him on this camera stuff. What you got, a sweet gum ball? Oh, what's his name off the medicinal plant page? He like said, did you bite it? Don't eat that. I thought he done reached over there and got him a bite. Hey, some of them folks, they get all excited about that stuff. It's a medicinal plant. Jason McAllister probably tell you all about it. He knows about it too.
Oh, I didn't tell y'all something.
Tell them. Don't tell them nothing mean.
Oh, on a rainy day, Lizzie and Zach were having a sweet gumbo fight. Zach threw a sweet gumbo at my face.
I think you started the sweet gumball fight.
No, they just started it.
They started it.
Yeah.
And you just wound up involved some way or another.
Yeah. Well, Lizzie just picked me up and Zach just threw the sweet gumbo.
So what he's telling y'all is they'll be out here horse playing, and he goes and tries to get in the middle of it, and it sometimes it don't really work out for his benefit.
Yeah. I always get beat up.
That's because you littler than everybody else. You always lose as you fight, don't you? You know, as a good lesson, you ain't supposed to fight with people that's way bigger than you are. That's a good rule of thumb. You know what a rule of thumb is? That's just when something's just a good idea, you just kind of stick with it. I got slack in my knot. Let me get that figured out. So, y'all, it looks like we're going to be able to go live here at the knife shop in the future. I was hoping that I could. I ain't going to stay on here. Lord, we done been on here 48 minutes. I can't believe we got 80 people up in the middle of the day watching. But we are fixing to change gears on a lot of stuff here. I'm fixing to put the fishing and whatnot and all this kind of stuff in overdrive. I'm ready to do a bunch of catch, and I have fooled around in the name of, hey, it's raining and we can't do nothing, but that ain't, if I wait on perfect weather, we ain't gonna get to do nothing. Don't look like, cause the rain ain't letting up here. It's gonna rain all week. So we're gonna go put them limb lines out today, Brody.
Yeah.
Where we're gonna go back here and go put them in on the creek. So y'all, what we're gonna do today with these bait fish we got, we're not gonna catch no giant fish. They'll all be eating size catfish. So I'm gonna keep a good bit of catfish,
We're going to.
Because we've got to have some fish to do a reception, or not a reception. We're going to do fish for the rehearsal supper for Lisa's wedding. So we've got a wedding coming up in 2 weeks, and we're gonna do Boston butts for the reception. I've got to cook them. Me and my dad-in-law probably will help me, and then we've got. But I'm gonna fry fish the night before, I think. And it won't be no huge fish fry, but I'd rather have fresh fish than I had, go buy them, to which I can go buy some really good catfish. Superior has really, really good catfish here. Would tell them something, son. Tell them something.
Well, I was on the porch.
He wasn't through talking.
I was on the porch playing with my army man. And I just decided that I wanted to go fishing.
He just decided he wanted to go fishing.
Yeah, fishing is my favorite thing to do. Like just catching catfish is my favorite thing. This blue cat, I just like to eat this blue cat.
And blue cat's pretty good, ain't it?
Yeah. I bet I'm going to catch a giant. Like a giant one.
We don't catch no giant one back here, I don't imagine.
Well, I was planning on going to Tom Bigby.
We're going to go to Tom Bigby here pretty quick. Probably, if the rain gets where we can go toward the end of the week, we may go. He's wanting to go camp out up there on the riverbank, and so we probably gonna try to pull that off end of the week, hopefully. I don't know.
Yeah. We're gonna go camping at the swamp.
We're gonna definitely go camping at the swamp. So we've got I ordered me a new hammock on Amazon. The one I had was a Temu hammock, and I wanted one that I could link and.
Now we're going to the creek and camping. We're going to the creek and camping out.
Well, you keep changing everything you want to do, and I say okay, then you want to do something different. You're gonna have to make your mind up which one we do.
We're doing creek.
We're gonna go to the creek and fish this evening. Okay, we're gonna go down there in the canoe, and we're gonna put out our bait and our limb hooks, and then in the morning we're gonna go back and run. So then, if we catching fish, we may leave them, and we may go back and run them again. But now we're gonna have to. We're gonna pull them out in a day or two. We may fish them tonight. We'll go back and run them in the morning and see if we're catching a few fish. We may rebait them.
Yeah, but can we camp out at the creek?
Well, we can't camp out down here other than over the water, and that ain't no fun. I mean, you can hang a hammock up over the water and sleep in it, but you can't have a fire, and you can't do that. It takes fun out of it for me.
Yeah.
And them moccasins be swimming up under your tent, your hammock. We don't want to do that, do we?
Whoa. Then we're going to go camping.
Well, we ain't gonna camp. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's raining and we can't camp.
Like nowhere?
Huh?
Like nowhere.
Well, we could camp in the yard somewhere.
Well, let's do that.
I imagine them folks would like to see you camp out in that teepee. We ain't stayed in it yet.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Y'all want to see Brody camp out in that teepee?
It's gonna happen tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Wednesday. We got church.
Well, after tomorrow, we're gonna see if we can go camp out in the teepee and make a campfire.
The problem is now all your wood's wet. Julius McKinney said absolutely. Brody and camping out in the teepee.
When did that comment go up?
It did already.
Oh, yeah.
Put the raincoat on and get, Jimmy Sullivan said.
Yeah. It was coming.
Yeah, now he said, yes, see you camp in the teepee. We built that teepee and we ain't stayed in it not one time.
Yeah, we're going to camp in it after tomorrow. So we all want to just camp out in it like tonight.
You want to camp out in it tonight?
Yeah. Because y'all. Like,
Well, we don't have. I can come up with 1,000 reasons not to.
well, they want to see us.
We gotta have some. Well, it depends on the rain. The thing, I never have waterproofed it yet.
Yeah, that's because you're like there's like a huge hole in the roof, and we should have the campfire somewhere else.
What we need to do is we need to take that thing down and bring it up here on this hill where it ain't standing in low water, where we can stay in it, huh?
Yes, do it. But I'm still gonna.
But it'll take us a half a day to take the thing down.
Well, we can't put it. Like we can make a campfire.
I believe he done got excited about it, y'all.
How about we just do it in a tent?
You want to just camp the tent?
Yeah. But I know y'all want us to see.
Jimmy, we had them raincoats on when we went and got that bait this morning. It was, I mean, the rain was coming down. So the boy is a trooper about the rain. Rain didn't slack him off. We was sitting there sipping coffee, me and wife, and he kept on, let's go check in bait trap. I said, son, it's pouring down rain. It don't matter. He says, put a coat on. I said, all right. And that's exactly what we done. We put a coat on and we took off. And somebody commented earlier today, they said, well, as soon as it stops raining, we going fishing or catfishing or something. And I said, well, apparently we go in rain or shine. Oh, I'm ready to go. I got,
Yeah, I ain't found something.
this is redemption from us not catching nothing down there on the coast.
I found something.
Well, tell them.
So, I know y'all want to see us camp out on the TV, but we're going to do that at the end of the summer.
At the end of the summer?
Yeah. So, we're going to camp out in a tent tonight.
Camp out in a tent?
Yeah,
tonight.
and we're going to use that cooker.
You want to fish with that Coleman cooker?
Yeah, that one that we took to the duck pond. We cooked those fish there.
Yeah.
We're going to take that fishing.
That is that old Coleman stove.
Yeah, we're going to take that camping tonight. And we're going to, if we catch anything while we're fishing here today, we're going to bring it.
So you got it figured out, I see.
Yeah, but we need to bring a hammock. Resting.
Well, you wait. You can't. We either got a hammock or tent. It's gonna be difficult to do both.
Tent. And we need chairs. And we also.
What if it's pouring down rain?
I know that, but we're gonna have a thing over the tent so
A tarp.
Yeah, so the rain doesn't get in while we're sleeping.
Yeah, but if it's raining, we're gonna have to stay in the tent. We can't be out sitting in chairs. Is what I'm saying.
When are they coming?
They coming up. You just gotta see them. They pop up right here. Look. Right there.
Oh, who was the first guy?
Well, that's Eric.
Yeah.
Nancy Pierce, she said that boy is ready to go camping, rain or shine.
I want to go.
His daddy's ready to go camping, rain or shine too, really. The problem that we have is his daddy is well aware of the bills that have to be paid and the work that needs to be done. So that's kind of the holdup. But instead of us working here, I sat sewing on a net. But it's time to either make the YouTube channel go big or go home, ain't it? Tell them it's time to make it grow or shut it down.
Time to make it grow.
So we're gonna make it grow, or we're gonna just shut it down.
Make it grow.
Ask them what they want to do. They want us to make it grow. They gonna help us make it grow, or they ready for us to shut it down?
What?
What?
Well, I'm ready to not shut it down.
You ready to start camping and doing stuff?
Yeah.
Well, you had got where you didn't want to do much.
I'm ready to grow it. Are y'all ready to grow it?
Tell them we need them to share them videos in.
Y'all need to share
We
those
fixing to do some
videos.
fun stuff, ain't we?
Yeah. I need to share those videos. So I need to tell them something.
What you telling them?
Well, we're gonna bring some chairs and a tent and that green.
You gonna take that green tent?
Yeah.
We ain't got no green tent. What green tent you talking about?
The one that we camped in.
We
At
had
the mountains.
Oh, that's a blue tent.
Yeah, we're gonna take it. I was meaning the green cooker over there.
Oh, okay. I'm with you now.
Yeah, we're gonna take it. And
I'm with you now. He was talking about that cooker.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna cook fish.
Well, how we gonna catch them? On this limb line?
We're gonna bring some.
Well, I tell you what, let's do. Let's focus on this first. Let's get this video made of catching these fish with these limb hooks today. Get us some fish caught.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what the rain's doing. Because it won't be till tomorrow till we start pulling fish off the limb lines. We got church tomorrow night, so we'll plan camping out somewhere along Thursday. How about that? Does that sound good?
I think we have to do it tonight.
You got to do it tonight. Yeah. Well, you better go get your teepee ready and stay in it then.
Maybe we can stay in a tent. So, there's another comment.
What did it say?
Oh.
You can't read. They said make it grow. Go full blast. Raymond Rogers said it was gonna grow. They talking about your YouTube channel. You can't read them comments. Yeah. Quit touching. You're gonna be touching something wrong. You back up. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Before you touch something and shut it down, you'll have it cut off. And we probably need to cut it off. We done been going for plenty long. How about, look, y'all, all I like is a little old section of this thing. So looks like us fixing this net is gonna work out for us. We're gonna be able to put it back in action. I'd rather use one of these old nets down here in this swamp and stuff, and I can get bait and whatnot in the edges of it in them little sloughs, because it is full of sticks and stems and all kinds such as that, and which is why it's in the shape it's in now. So I wanted to know, hey, could I fix it if I needed to? Go ahead and get over here and tell them. You keep walking off. They hadn't quit listening. They in there, and there's 82 people sitting there watching you.
Yeah, there's another comment.
Yeah. There's Kip Barrier.
Hey, Kip.
Kip said I need to fire that boy's teacher. Yeah.
Yeah, there's another.
Kip, I forgot to get up with you before I left from down there.
Yeah,
but
there's another comment. It had pink ink.
That was probably Miss Nancy.
You might want to look at it.
Well, let me sew this and I'll look at it.
Yeah. It's probably something fun.
I bet it is.
I would fire my teacher.
Who's your teacher? Are you going to get rid of her?
I will fire her, but I won't get rid of her.
You just going to stop her from teaching?
Yeah.
He's about like Marcel Ledbetter, y'all. He don't like them books none. Oh, Marcel Ledbetter, they said he didn't like them books. Said he finally bought him an old second-hand pulpwood truck, and he commenced to haul in pulpwood, keep him having to go to school. Is that what Brody's gonna do?
Yeah.
You ready to start hauling pulpwood?
I'm
Huh?
ready to start fishing.
Well, you gotta make money to fish. When this YouTube hits about $75,000, we can quit working and just fish all the time. Reckon?
Yeah.
We need to start getting about 100,000 views. I don't see that happening too much. Hmm.
So check out that comment that came
All right, hang on just a second. I don't like a little lot, Brody. Let me say this up. He's worried about that comment. Let's see what it is. Nancy said Brody would be cute with a do-rag on like his daddy.
Yeah. Wait, go down. What does that say?
Lost art repairing a net, Jimbo said. Where's your do-rag, Brody? I think they think you need a do-rag on.
Yeah.
We're going to get him a hat made like mine, because if it ain't raining, I'm going to wear my straw hat in the sun. That hat is the coolest thing ever, y'all. That hat is my thing. You going to get your do-rag?
Yeah.
Go get you one. We'll tie it on there. We'll fix him up right here live on camera. Y'all done earned it. It's y'all's fault. Y'all know how many men get mad at me for wearing this do-rag? I literally have men that refuse to watch my channel because I wear this do-rag, and they get in their mind that I'm some kind of, I don't know, that I ain't country because I'm wearing this do-rag. But I could care less what they think. It's the truth. It has hurt me way more than it's helped. All right, come in. He wanted a blue one, y'all. He picked him, but I've got a box
Because
in
blue
there.
is my favorite color.
Blue's your favorite color.
And orange.
All right, you turn
And
around.
purple.
You turn your back to me and stand still. All right, let's see. We don't want to get it too tight. All right, now back up. We got a little bit loose, ain't we? Turn around. Let's fix that. Let's fix it. Can't have it flopping and looking raggedy.
Yeah. He looks like a rabbit.
It's easier for me to tie it on me. Stand still. Is that too tight?
Yeah.
All right. Now look at him, y'all. Nancy said she loved it. Well, he's learned now. He's learned.
Yeah.
There ain't no going back, son. You committed now.
Yeah. There's like one more comment above that other comment.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's another comment.
yeah, it was,
Y'all, Brody done got excited about this live stream.
yeah.
Brody is a mini spirit.
Yeah, and look at that other one.
Let's see. Says all too cute, Brody. They said they love it. Julia said awesome. Lee said you have graduated now, Brody. You ready? You done stepped up in the world. But we fixing to go put some fish in the boat, ain't we?
Look at this comment.
Yeah, there's a lot of comments on
Look at
there.
that
Probably. The mini Justin.
Yeah, and there's another one above that one.
Yeah, I done read it, I think.
It was.
We tired of that fishing and not fishing for stuff and can't catch nothing, ain't we, Brody?
It was a straight line.
Brody, tell them what you think about hand pole fishing.
I hate it.
He don't like hand pole fishing.
I like jug fishing.
And so when we go back to Tom Bigby here in the near future, me and Brody will be taking jug lines. Because Brody said jug lines is what he likes to do. What?
I want to get me some
Okay. Hey, come here. There's a set power cooler right over there with tea in it.
This one?
Yeah. Well, y'all, I'm gonna fool around and get this net partially repaired on here. But we fooled around. I have not really caught no fish in a while. We've had last week before we left to go to the coast. I worked hard on trying to get knives and stuff done and getting some put on the Etsy store. And I had some knives on that Etsy store. I've got one good knife over here that never did sell. Oh, but I hadn't got back to and I've took some orders online this since while I was gone, and I have got to get over here and get them wrote in my book. I gotta cut me another piece of string. You find you a bottle of water, son?
Mm-hmm.
Good deal. Good deal. Oh, you strangle on it? Go down the wrong pipe, it did. It did. I knew it did. I heard it when it did.
Yeah. Doesn't it
No comment. Nancy said yes, Justin. Got to hit you up on a Gideon.
Yeah. Especially that other
I'm a missing comment. David Thomas said that looks good on you at do-rag.
But there's another comment.
Nancy, I'm ready for him to start catching more fish than me.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to when I can just go to Tom Bigby and get the boat and just drive the boat and him do everything. And so we're working towards getting us a bigger boat. I mean, we ain't like fixing to buy one in the near future, but we want a 20, 21 foot center console boat. I want one with a live well in the front so I can use it for a bait tank. It's got to have an aerator in the live well, obviously. And then I want to be able to have a removable deck up there. I want a short deck on the front that is permanent, that I can get up on, big enough for me to get up on to do my limb hooking and all that. And I want it to drop down in the bottom of the boat and be open. And I want a rod locker on the side. And then I want a plate that I can put up there so when I'm up there, because I want to get him into bow fishing. They sent y'all, some of y'all sent him a bow. I think Thor, somebody sent it. I can't even remember now. Sent him a bow, and we're going to try to work on getting him to where he can hit and shoot that bow. I want to get into the bow fishing and stuff. As soon as I get him to where he can do everything, then I'm gonna sit back and do nothing but drive the boat and film him doing all the hunting and fishing and so we need a bigger boat to do a lot of that. So here in this probably end of this week or first of next week, we'll be ready to apply for gator tags here June the 2nd, I think. So we are going to apply for gator tags. And I hope we get drawn. We applied last year and we didn't get drawn. So Brody wants to catch alligator. Maybe we'll get drawn. It's about $200 for the tags once you get them. But I'm gonna put in for them, and we're gonna try to get in that river. I know we can catch a gator if we can get a tag. We won't have no. Can't tell everything, you know. He was gonna say there's a lot of them back here in this duck pond, but the problem with that is in Mississippi, you gotta the only tags they're presenting are in public water tags. So you can't just you have to have land. I don't know what the rules are. They have a private land tag thing, I don't know what you got to do to get them. I have not looked into it, but I think you have to be the landowner of the land where the alligators are, which that particular landowner would probably get one because for us if we told him we wanted to, because he worries about them alligators being in there around his cows, but most of them are like 3, 4 foot long. I don't really think there's any giant ones down there. But Brody would very much like to go catch one of them. I done seen his probably till he gets his hands on it. Reckon
Yeah.
you don't think that thing would bite you? Randy Beeson, you just stumbled on it. We're gonna find out who keeps up with what's going on. I about got part of this net fixed. I'm working on getting my cast nets ready because I'm fixing to have to use them a good bit. We wanted to go ground fishing, but that's kind of we've been greatly thwarted on both ends this year. And we testing out basically y'all to see if we could go live from the knife shop because we're gonna go live here some throughout the weeks, just working on some stuff. Probably doing mainly leather work and stuff. So I have got one whole section of this thing y'all done.
Hey, what did all the other comments say?
Just a second. Just a second there, buddy. Let me get me a knot in here that will keep this from coming out. Oh, so y'all, we got a huge section fixed. I mean, all the way around to right there. Look at all of that. So I can fix my net now. So the next thing I got to do is I got some big mono. This is, I think, 50-pound mono. I guess it's mono. I don't think it's fluorocarbon. I didn't look. The label's gone off of it. And I've got to use it to, so we got to sew that straight back down. So I'm gonna quit working on that on the live. So let me see. Nancy, we hope we get a tag on the Gators this time. We have not been able to battery's dying. We have not drew one yet. I went with my cousin 2 years ago. They had a tag. They wanted me to come and film them, but we never did anything that was worth filming. And then what little we did, they was like, "Oh, cut the light off, cut the light off, don't cut the light on." And so I couldn't film anything without a light. So it didn't work out. That's why I want to go in a boat myself so I can do what I want to do. So I didn't really film anything in that particular trip. Last year we put in for tags and we did not get drawn, but now I talked to a lot of people around here that usually get to go, and nobody I knew. I think one person I knew got drawn for tags. So we're gonna put in, and it'll be a couple of weeks before they draw them. You got, I think, 2 weeks to apply for tags, and there's thousands and thousands of people in Mississippi that apply for tags. So it takes them a while to go through it and see who they're gonna draw and how many they're gonna draw. And then they're regulated down to what waters you can fish them in. So I have read up on it and read up on the rules. For a while, I never applied because you had to go pay for a schooling on how to do it. So the next big thing is how you dispatch them. You either got to dispatch it with a knife, a bang stick, or a 410 shotgun. You can't just shoot them, with anything like a 22 or whatever. So we're gonna have to get us a little shotgun, which it's time to buy Brody a 410 shotgun probably here before long. Anyway, he hadn't done a lot of wanting to shoot or anything. The little cricket that I bought, he shot it a few times and did all right. He actually hit the target the one time because it had a scope and he could see what he was doing. The iron sights is kind of threw him for a loop. So we've got to get him though where he's shooting with open sights. I'm going to teach him all of that. And last year throughout the fall, through deer season and into the first part of this spring, he cared nothing about the outdoors. He got to just sitting in the house watching TV, and I wasn't gonna make him. The last thing I want to do is make a kid go. If they're not genuinely interested in it and want to do it, you pushing them in the wrong direction. But now the next thing is I have to make it interesting for him to stay interested. And as long as he knows that some of y'all are enjoying watching him do it, I think that helps some. But the catching, the reason he don't like hand pole fishing is a lot of times we've sat there and sat there and sit there and hadn't caught nothing. So the water, once the water starts falling over in the summer, we'll be able to get down here and do the Grenal fishing like I like to do it. Uh, what I will be able to do here in the near future as far as Grenal fishing probably won't be a lot of fun to him because it'll be a learning curve for me to get in open water and hunt these fish and be able to catch just them. Now, usually with anything else, is what bait you use, and cut bait will be king. So that's probably what I'll go to. However, I like to catch Grenal on plastic crawfish type baits and creature baits. That is what is fun. It's just, I don't know, the anticipation and the way I fish for them excites me. But now I get excited when I get a Grenal on the line, partly because I know I'm fixing to eat good. But anyway, Eric, thank you for tuning in. We fixing to shut this down. We've been going for 81 minutes, Lord help, y'all. But I just wanted to see how live would go today and how many people would tune in and if we could get a crowd gathered up that wanted to watch. And we're going to do all our lives on Saturday night now. There will not be a Friday night live for the purpose of me taking that boy camping and stuff. It'll open up a night that we can go do stuff. Like it was, and I said this in a live, some of you may have missed it, I don't know, but we were not able to go and do anything on Friday night because we had the live. Well, you can't go and do anything on Saturday night because we got church Sunday. So by me moving live to Saturday night opens up a night for me personally to be able to go in the outdoors and camp and fish and all that kind of stuff. Greg, no, we did not catch anything. Not a fish. Caught one, I guess it was a speckled trout. I didn't know what it was. I called it a ladyfish, and I didn't have it about 40 people tell me that I called it the wrong thing and then scolded me about using it for cut bait. So, we didn't know what we was doing. Probably done with that. Me and Brody's through with the saltwater fishing. It's time for us to go back to catfishing, and that's what we're fixing to do a heap of. We're getting these nets ready right here. I've got to repair this throw net. I call it a throw net. It's a cast net. But we're getting this one repaired from where I destroyed it. But I got to replace some of the monofilament stuff. Yeah, they commenting. Well, I'm reading them. That's Jeffrey. And Jeffrey, I ain't seen nothing out of you in a while. You need to get up with me. I was going to make you something. Randy B said he had to get back to weed eating. JL, I am going to get JR now with me. Him and Nikki are a lot of fun. We were fishing some, and then they just kind of quit making videos, and I don't know, they wasn't fishing or doing. I didn't know what they wanted to do or anything, so I haven't reached out to them yet. But now they back doing some fishing and stuff and want to go, and if they're interested, I'll take them fishing. They're local. I think the world of both of them. They're great people. And get over here and maybe do some cooking. That is one of the things I am wanting to get back to, the catch and cook. Whether I do it all in one video or if we go fishing and then in another video show you how to cook what all we caught. I like baked fish. My wife don't like them, so she may have to eat, Viennes or something else. But we fixing to start baking some fish, ain't we? What?
It's coming.
I seen it. You couldn't read it. I read it. Don't give up on the saltwater just yet. At least come go with me one time before you hang the hat up. Well, I've got Mr. Craig Sellers that I met and eat crawfish with in that video. said he would take me. I had a guy reached out to me while I was down there that saw me at the Jazz Fest. Said that he would take me, but now the deal was is I mentioned in videos for like 3 or 4 days that we were coming down there, and that was our chance to get to go. And nobody, we got up with nobody before then to get to go. So it just, I don't know. I don't know. Mr. Craig said that he would take me, but as far as me just going down there and getting a kayak fishing, I ain't doing that no more. I don't know what I'm fishing for. I don't know what fish are. I mean, they all look the same to me to a degree. I don't know. I'm sure after some experience, you learn. Obviously, you can learn anything that way, but we don't know nothing about it. And as the way we done it, I won't be doing that no more. I can go down there and stay at Long Beach anytime I get ready to go.
You didn't even read those other comments.
I read all them comments. He's worried about them comments. We're keeping up in North Alabama, Doug Lehman. Thought it was a bear, Nancy said. Don't give up on the saltwater yet, Jeffrey said. Yeah, Nancy, that big black dog is my mama's, and I had a notification popped up on my security camera. It pops up on my phone, said animal is detected, and I knew that it was that dog. That's my mom's child. Lee said, "Don't catch them all, Brody. Leave him one out there. You gonna leave him one fish? Let's leave him two. We'll leave him two.
How about a million?
A minnow. We got a bunch of
million.
minnows. A million? I don't know. They might be a million. There's probably a lot. The
How
next
about
thing
eight?
now we got frustrated is I wanted to go get some of them flounders, and we couldn't find them. We didn't have a bright enough light to see them, and there was people right out there with them, with us gigging them, and they had like 10 on a stringer, but we didn't have a light bright enough to spot them or know what we was spotting really. Maybe one day we'll get it figured out and be successful with it. But as of right now, me and Brody's fixing to focus on Grenal and catfish.
Yeah, I didn't need.
You need what?
Well,
Get over here where they can see you.
may
What?
take y'all fishing. That's it.
Taking fishing, there's another comment. It said, go catch them and put them in the cooler.
Yeah.
Y'all, I finally got me a shirt that it says the best way to do things is the way you like to do it. It came in the mail. They've been delivering all my packages down here to my neighbor's house. So let me show y'all something right quick before we close this out. I'm gonna shake the camera all around a minute and set it up on this table. Oh, I think it will work. I'm trying to short the legs up on my. Let me go over here and get what I bought. What is that, bro? I had that in the tea jug I had out here the other day. Oh,
I think you read that I.
yeah. So I bought me basically what this is a whoopee. This goes in like a poncho liner. It's so hot here in Mississippi, so this is basically a blanket. And I ordered this to keep from having a sleeping bag. And that thing will pack way down in there and takes up very little space in my camping box because with the hot weather now, I don't need a big giant sleeping bag. So in the hammock, I'm going to use that. So what I did is I ordered me a new hammock. And this is an Amazon. We're going to test it out. I did not want to spend a fortune. It came with the tree straps, everything in here in it to hang it up. It has got a bug net. So the reason I did this is I had a Temu hammock with a bug net. I'm gonna put Brody in it. I needed another hammock because me and him both can't sleep in one hammock. He kicks and flops and beats you to death. So, and then I wanted that whoopee because we can consolidate a lot of our gear. So this came in yesterday. They delivered all of our packages down to my neighbor's house. So anyway, what do you do?
So I need to tell them something.
Tell them they were looking at you. So what?
Well,
If he gets in a twisted chair, he can't be still with it. Get over here. Tell him what you're gonna tell him. We're gonna cut the camera off. What?
Well, are we gonna do a lot in the
We're not getting in no tent tonight, probably. We're gonna have to discuss this camp tonight when we can pull this off. Because we're probably not gonna have time to get our stuff together, camp out, and go put out limb lines tonight. We're gonna go put them limb lines out here in a little bit.
It may take them.
Where's your limb lines at?
We got.
Do you even know where they at?
I think we may take some over now.
We're gonna go put these pink ones out this trip. Yeah. We're gonna take these down here where we go and put this roll of pink ones out.
How about we might catch them over for now?
I need to check them, make sure they're in working order. That there is tangled up and hooked around the. Oh Lord, they in a mess. Oh, there we go. It's pretty long, ain't it?
We might catch a catfish while we're putting out those leading lines.
May catch one while we're putting the lines out.
Yeah.
There's a good chance. So here's the reason too that I want to go put the lines out when the water is rising like it is right now. Is when the catfish are really bite. So I've got that fish. That's about a minute. I got my GoPros out. I filmed with my GoPro this morning while we were running the bait traps. And I took 2 of my baskets and put them out. We'll probably go run them again here after a while. And if I get that one net finished, y'all can see I have got my Placino net hanging up right here. I had to repair the center part of it. All of this come apart. So I've got 2 sheaths I got to make. I got to get them made. And that way I'll have them knives ready to ship tomorrow that's paid for. And then we're going to go put lines out. So, Brody, are you ready to go put out some limb lines?
Yeah, I need some.
Tell them.
So.
You forgot. You was just wanting to talk in, wouldn't you? He got it on. He can't get it.
Yeah.
I lose my train of thought just that fast.
We may catch fish or take out those lines.
If we do, we're going to show cooking it tonight.
We'll cook it in the kitchen.
I imagine it's going to be raining. I'm going to get under that back porch right there and cook back there.
Yeah.
You ready to shut this off and let's get our stuff squared away where we can go?
Yeah, but I didn't tell. Well, we're gonna cook on the bank. We're gonna cook in under the back porch if we don't get rained on.
If we don't get rained on, we're going to cook under the back porch. You mean if it is raining, we're going to cook under the back porch? Well, what did he say? Let me read this. Donnie, it is awesome. Lee, we're going to try to have a good one.
Maybe we should take Papa J.
Yeah, Papa J likes to work more than he likes to fish. So.
I think we should take him.
Well, but he can't get that canoe where we going. Me and you going to be a boatload with that canoe. You're going to be sitting on a milk crate. You know how to tie them limb lines? Oh, Lord, we got to get a string, y'all. Start learning. I was teaching them how to tie them over here. Let's work on this right quick. I tell you what. Come on. Let's get my stick over here, y'all.
I still know.
Yeah, you got to tie the limb hook. Come on. Get him a bush. Look, we got him one right here that's got weeds on it.
Yeah, it looks like it's a swamp.
Yeah, that looks like a real swamp. Don't knock all this over. I'm gonna finish using that here in a minute, and I don't know what that is. I found. I gotta find a piece of line.
It's all in the button.
All right. I probably got a piece of string in my pocket. Let's use this big one. That way you can see. You get right up here, right there. All right. learn you how to tie this knot right here. Now you act like there's a hook on that end right there. I tell you what we'll do. Will a wrench work for a hook? Let's stick his wrench on there. Act like it's a hook.
Yeah.
That way you got some weight down there. All right, that's our hook. Y'all like that hook? All right. Here's what we do. All right, you got to wrap it. You cross over. And then you pull that up and you tuck the knot under. And y'all, it'd blow your mind how many people kept arguing with me that was a clove hitch. And then when you get ready to go, that's a little limb for that big of a string. You got it? Look, you can't be still. You cross, see how I cross? And then you pull this one up, tuck just the knot under, and pull it back down. Can you do it? All right, well then you do it.
Okay.
Hang on, let go of this one. Come down, hold that one. Let go of this one. Cross. Now what do? Let go of this one. Pull up here.
Okay.
Putting the knot under. Not the loop, the knot. This is the knot. All right, now you pull it tight. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, and then you pop it loose. Can you do it again?
I already know how to do it.
Do it again, though. We got to see. Y'all ready now? Do it again.
Okay. So I wrap it.
Let go of this. Come on. Pull your little slab right there.
Yeah.
Round. You gotta have your little slack. All right. Nope. Over.
Oh.
Pick this one up. See, you don't know. You said you knew. We're gonna work on that. Look, you tell them that you've had fun talking to them. We're gonna let these folks go back to work. I know every one of them's got a job that they got to do. We had fun out here playing for a little while. Look, tell them we got to go. We got stuff we got to do too.
We got to go.
Got work we got to do for a little while so we can go put limb lines out. Thank y'all for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. Remember, the best way to do things
is the way you like to do it.
We'll see y'all. Y'all have a good one.